Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swim or Sink 207. I'm Drewmore, joined here by Jolteon Jack. Jack, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I'm happy to be back here on SOS. A little brief break for the harshness of reality, as well as Pokemon. Pokemon's been good.
Pokemon
Um,
has been really good.
yeah, I've been enjoying that, as well as this, funny little game I don't think anybody's heard about called Dispatch, which
I've heard so much about that game, but I
it's so
have not
much fun.
played it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Great. I've been having a great time, but not as much fun as we're gonna have tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as in all everyone of all genders everywhere. Because tonight, as mentioned, is episode 207 of Swim or Sink. We're still getting some things set up right now, but I can guarantee that these are going to be some good matches tonight. Because our first set is on a map rotation that my friend here is actually very excited about.
Yes, I love map 1 of round 1. We got zones on Umami Ruins. Honestly, arguably, probably my favorite map mode in the entire game, honestly. I really like this map mode a lot. I like dual zone maps when they're done well. I'm talking to you, Splatoon 1 Moray Towers.
I was like, wow.
So, yeah, it's like, well, definitely. So I just being able to clash on both sides, and it's just a fun map. Umami is just I don't even know what to say. It's just a really good map. I really like it.
It's definitely one of like the best maps that they added in Splatoon 3. I never really am upset when I get to play Umami in any mode. I mean, I suppose I don't ever really play it in Rainmaker or Tower.
Loki, sometimes I will if I see it. If the other one is like really good.
I mean, it's less so a thing of I don't like those modes. I just, now that I think about it, I'm like, I never really played tower control on this map. I can't actually remember what it looks like now that I think about it. It's been a hot second.
Yeah, like if the other map mode is like, if in the rotation, like Tower Haggle, like of course I'm gonna try to play it. Why not?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, Tower Haggle, my actual beloved.
I actually love that one. But it looks like, I believe we do have our teams for this first set. I think we'll be pulling this up right now. We do. We got Quasar, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, versus this Quasar? Maybe. Quasar? Alright, versus This Isn't Clash of Clans, which clearly it's not.
Yep, as always, the actual greatest thing about any Splatoon team to ever exist is the team names. Speaking of, this isn't Clash or Clans, I'm looking into who they got on the team right here. I'm seeing some people, some aggro players, maybe a potential Brella to be seen, and on this map, a Brella would not be a bad standard roster of some shooters, some support weapons, and all around very, all-rounded but very aggressive comp list that I'm expecting to see, which this is not a bad map to go aggression on, because you can push the enemy team in very quickly, assuming you're able to maintain control of both those zones.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see what both of these teams decide to do. I don't really recognize that many of these names. I think the only one that's really, the one I'm really noticing is Gillies. I feel like I've seen that name a few times somewhere. I don't exactly know where, but I feel like I've seen it somewhere. But everyone else is honestly pretty much a mystery to me. So this is going to be a really interesting set to watch.
I mean, hey, it's always interesting sets out here on Swim or Sink, but absolutely ready for it right here. I mean, Quasar here, they got a lot of members, so it'll be able to maneuver around, maybe see some game, but right now none of that matters because we are heading into game 1 here. Splat Zones Umami Ruins.
Alright, and taking a look at a few of these combos, we see an S-Blast and a head combo for the cooler on one side, as well as that's a camo charger.
Yeah, that's the new spot charger with sprinkler and crab tank, as we see right here. Currently still unsure which teams are which right here, but I believe yellow is this is a Clash of Clans, and blue is Quasar. Both teams are fighting over control right now, one down on each side, making it 2 as Quasar is able to get a little bit of advantage right here. Jace with a wonderful snipe on purple right there. They want to use this time to maybe take advantage, but it does seem that this is
and I'm noticing that the charger is using a smoke charger, so no charge built from them. See Gillies get a very strong hit with that Decapitator right there. Trying to see if they can get a push, and going to drop near the side of Quasar with 1 minute into this game.
Yes, those specials do come out, and I mean, it's only been a minute, but already Quasar is completely liquefied, or excuse me, this isn't Clash of Clans has already reduced their point total down to a mere 30. They owe a little time left. It does look like this isn't Clash of Clans going to take that. I actually do not know which one is which. I'm not sure real fun. Again, as I've said, I believe yellow is this isn't Clash of Clans, and blue is Quasar. Right now, and it seems Quasar is in control. They have a zip pass ready to come out. Strikes will be able to support that. Trying to put some pressure on the headed, who is doing a masterful job of maneuvering around, but they do eventually get the hit with a couple of strikes ready right here from Nightmare. Good job there, able to get the take on that. That's 3 down on the side of this isn't Clash of Clans. This is exactly what they need as that it comes out quickly as we're about to hit the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, and we do see Gillies with that bubble ready. It looks like Quasar will get the lead back from Clash of Clans. Seeing if they are going to be able to get a strike to come out, going to be able to stall a little bit longer to go down the side of Clash of Clans. Gillies pops that bubble and is able to get a trade out, but it's going to go well, and as well as second going down as well to Nightmare off the jump.
And the last 10 points right here, that's 2 down on the side of Quasar. Clash of Clans trying to take control of the zone. They do manage to get a large penalty of a 70-point penalty. You don't often see that. The Crab is taken down. 2 down on either side right now. But either way, the Clans have managed to do it with a wipeout to secure their taking back of the zone right here. This is exactly what they need. We got 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock about. They need to keep Quasar in their base to hold on to this objective.
And we do see Gillies get sniped right there. The S-Boss is going to have to back up, trying to grab that cool, be able to grab it in time. We see Pioneer with that zip caster locked and loaded. And it's going to go down. A great pick right there by the S-Boss as Nightmare tries to get a play going by themselves all the way into top mid. It's going to get taken out in a 1v3.
Yes, they do. Once again, Zone is trying to be flipped, but it's only 10 points left. It looks like Clash of Clans going to take lead right here. 4, 3, 2 down on the side of Quasar. The Clans will take the victory. They may be in the wrong game, but they are still able to put in the work as they will take this set.
Strong showing from both of these teams. Each of these teams being able to get down into single digits on the zone, but Clash of Clans able to get the win. Great job by both these teams.
Absolutely wonderful job. 3 members of Quasar just waving out there. Yay, we did it. This is Clans. Sorry, folks. We had a little bit of technical difficulty right there with the overlay, but again, victory right here. And apologies. We're sure to get that straightened away as we head to our next match, which is going to be a Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway.
Yeah, this is also very interesting. I mean, you can see Undertow on Rainmaker a lot in pretty much any map. Any map list, you're gonna see Rainmaker Undertow. That's pretty much one of the 3, 4. How many Rainmaker maps are there usually played? 3 or 4? Feels like 3 or 4.
Humpback,
Scorch.
Museum, Scorch.
So there's like 4.
Inkblot?
No.
Nobody plays
No.
Inkblot in
No,
these days?
absolutely not. No.
I think. Despite how much I love Rainmaker, actual competitive feelings on it seem to be more mixed than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely more mixed, but this is probably one of the better Rainmaker maps, especially Splatoon 3 wise, new Splatoon 3 maps. I say new as if this game isn't like 3 years old, but yeah, I know. Way to put that into perspective. Yeah, but this
game came out. Gosh, that's crazy to think about.
I don't want to think about that. But just wondering to see if both these teams are going to be keeping their same comps.
Considering what they were playing, I'm not expecting to see too much change. A blaster on the side of This Isn't Clash of Clans will be very helpful. S-Blast is very wonderful on this map, but I also think the Camo Charger could do wonder here, or even like switch to V or ZF Charger could be like wonderful right here on this map, as strikes are very useful, as is VAC with the new VAC buffs. However, I do think Quasar needs to make some adjustment in order to like stand up to the offensive might. They did seem to be struggling with it towards the middle of the match. But we'll see if that adaptation is made right here. It seems we got a trade out of the Range Blaster for a Rapid Blaster Pro.
Oh.
Same comp looking on the side of Quasar, though.
Yeah, very interesting. Vanilla Rapid Pro?
Yeah,
I mean that, sure. But you never really see that. That's very interesting. I'm actually really excited to see how this goes.
I am as well. I mean, I think for a moment I was also a little confused because I was like, oh yeah, toe, power control. No, wait, it's Rainmaker. That's right, crap. I mean, people, that's 2 down on the side of Quasar right now. Lance has an opportunity to get as much paint on the ground. Third one goes down. Even though they painted a large majority of the left side, they are taking it to the right side. They are taking it to the left. Their one defender, it does go down here, and with that bubble, that will be a secure checkpoint on the side of the Clash of Clans. Hoping to pursue this lead even further. Now switching up right here with the whale, trying to get rid of any offensive. That's 2 down. Right now. They're getting so many buttons. Is that a knockout? It is!
Purple?
Yep.
Sorry, buddy. I wasn't familiar with their game.
Back as your greatest escort, your greatest bodyguard, as you're running along with that objective once again. 4 people waving together. It seems they fixed their emo problem. They realized one of them was not on the correct emo, but that will take the set 2-0 for This Isn't Clash of Clans. Fast set at the start here. Usually, even if it's like a 2-0 situation here in SOS, the map typically lasts longer, or at least that was under a minute, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think you got a chance to speak.
Oh, it's probably like 50 seconds, I think. I wasn't keeping track, but yeah, that was a very, very fast set. Very well played by Clash of Clans.
We are going to be going into game 3, which is
best of. These are best ofs.
No, not best ofs until we get to bracket.
Are they not?
We play all 3 here.
Maybe maybe Sendo is lying to me because it's saying best of, but who knows?
Potentially, either way.
Potentially, we'll see.
We're waiting for
more
information to come. Either way, how do you feel about Clan Blitz on Scorch Gorge? Because I have mixed opinions in the sense of this map is great in terms of it's a good map for Clan Blitz. I always get my butt kicked on it though.
I don't think I even have to say my opinion because you kind of just said it for me.
Okay, so it's a skill issue on both of us right now.
Yeah, but it looks like we are. Yeah, it looks like it is going to be a best of instead of a play all. So we are going to kick it to a quick break, and we will be back with more sets soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to round 2 of groups for Swim or Sink 207. I'm Drumar here, joined by Jolteon Jack yet again, and we got an amazing round 2 set here between Cyan, Hardcore, and the Whiprays.
You still have two commentators. We didn't like fuse together like my friend.
I love stuttering.
Yeah, like fusion. But not yet. You're not going to have our voices overlaid that much, but we are going to be getting straight into the game right here, which is Mahi Mahi Splat Zones, which is a map that I think I calmed the most in this tournament. I mean, hey, I have no complaints right here, except when I go against a comp like that. Oh my gosh, like S-Blast, Hydra Splatling, Splatter Shot, and a Pro. That is a monster of a comp going against a Zinni, a V-Bucket, a Pencil, and another Shot. This is an overall very balanced comp. One has a slight range advantage over the other, as you can see. Blue is unable to take, is able to do shots. The two down on the side of the blue team right here. Our technical issues have been mostly resolved. Folks, we thank you for being patient with us. Let's see how the rest of this game goes in. Already 15 points down on the side of yellow as they're coming into the blue base.
Yeah, we do see the Whiprays going down 1, going down 2. We do see the Hydra with that Booyah Bomb locked and loaded. Lunar able to get a great pick right there. Gonna get picked off, but not gonna be able to get the trade with the Zuka, as Whiprays are going down as 50 points for the other team right now.
Yeah, we got onside Cyan Hardcore right now, who, despite their name, are in yellow right here. Syri right here is just, not Syri, the Bucket is holding on to strikes right now. A bubble is popped in mid, 2 down on the side of Whiprays right here. There's only 5 points left. That Booyah Bomb should neutralize zone, but they're unable to take it. And a wonderful use of paint right there on the side of Cyan Hardcore, as they will take this set 1-0. That was a wonderful defense right there. They got the lead, and they were just able to hold on to it and just keep that pressure going with both their offensive might and their defensive paint.
Yeah, Cyan and Hardcore are able to play around each other really well and just completely shut down any potential Whipray pushes. Just being able to use each other's and their specials and the amount of paint they had on the field to be able to get those picks and take the game. Very well done by them. Secondly, our second game, we are going to the museum. We're going to play some Clan Blitz on Museum.
I mean, hey, we're on a full tourist tour right now.
We are on a tourist tour. We go to the resort, and then we go to the museum.
We had a great day in the pool, but now we're being dragged to the museum with the rest of our family because, like, you know, it's educational and whatnot, but we're just going to cover it all in a bunch of ink and throw some clams into a basket. Museum Clan Blitz is a very dynamic map. It's probably my favorite version of Museum, though.
Museum is definitely a very dynamic map, and it looks like these teams are wasting absolutely zero time. We're getting right back into it. We do see that Zimmy again as well, and we see that Hydra Splatling from Rhythm again. It's going to be really interesting to see how they're able to use, one thing I'm really interested in seeing that, first of all, Whiprays is not running any cooler weapons.
That is a surprise that like a high stage of Splatoon. It is something that you can very much do, but you have to be very careful because like single picks like that on the side of Cyan Hardcore unfortunately are not going to be able to like quickly be bounced back right here. Ironically, you were able to get a kill on the teammate named Blaster. Luna jumping in there, the Hydra Splatling. That's 3 down, a wonderful play. Zuka shot right here. That is going to allow right here. They have a lot more movement potential than just due to that what they're being much lighter against that Hydra Splatling. Wonderful offensive strikes right there, trying to do their best. They're going to get that super clam and make that, a quick jump onto the box, and that brings their score all the way down to 48 before they're pushed back. Luna doing a job of securing back Whiprays home base and using the Zuka to try to get some advantage for a minute and half of the Whiprays score. Cyan Hardcore staying down. Whiprays are going to have to try very hard in order to get back in there.
Yeah, when you see the Booyah Bomb popped on the side of Whiprays, seeing if they can get a pick off of it, not going to be able to, going to go after the shot in the corner, able to get a great pick on Madison right there. Blaster is gonna that bubble is gonna get a double right there, and the bubble is gonna immediately get shredded by that second Brew on the side of Whiprays. As it is a draw in mid and multiple players going down on the Whiprays.
Yeah, I mean, hey, never underestimate the power of no matter the kid. You do see a lot of Zinni, and I'm seeing a lot more Remy nowadays, but as somebody who, like, recently once again discovered his love, specifically Mini, I do love to see his use of Blaster right here, making great use. The bubble doesn't get canceled right here, but it still does allow her to go down, but it is going to allow Cyan Hardcore to once again establish their offensive might right here, and able to get the top off with that use of that bubble. They have Triple H that's available and playing with their life of it. I'm surprised they have not gone down right here. The survivability, able to get a Splat. They bring down the points to 30. They are trying their best to funnel clams up here, and they are doing a wonderful job of it.
Yeah, living way longer than any of us would have expected, able to get down to 30. A great push by Cyan Hardcore. Whiprays really need to get back in their favor, but with so much paint on the side of Cyan Hardcore, it's going to be really difficult. They really need to balance their special usage and play around each other a lot better if they want a chance of winning this game.
Blaster already, and this is deja vu right here. Another bubble with the Super Clam just sitting on ramp right here, making great use of ways to the Zuka and get a Splat on a separate person. Make that a double Splat right here as they're teaming up and using great mobility. Triple right here, and they get the pop on the bubble right here. That takes their point total down to 26. 6 is the end! Fast sets right here in SOS 207.
Yeah, these teams are really playing cutthroat right now. Both of these sets have been done in how quickly? When did we start stream? Like 8:10 Eastern? It is currently 8:32.
Aside from our break, I think both of these sets have been less than like 10 minutes combined. I'm gonna be so real with you folks.
I think so, but yeah, very good special usage, and kudos to the Slosher on the side of Cyan Hardcore. Very great game sense, able to survive when they want, knowing when to push up, knowing when to pop specials, knowing when to play around your teammates. A very strong gameplay from Cyan Hardcore. Very well done. And Whiprays, love y'all.
Unfortunately,
may not have gone in your favor, but we all love y'all. We love the Whiprays.
Always love seeing like teams that we recognize, and though they lost right now, we might see them again in Great White Bracket because there's nothing stopping them right now. I think we are, since unfortunately, folks, the teams we have on display here are just too good at their at this game. We're once again going to go to a little break right here. I'm sad that we're not going to get to see Rainmaker Humpback, but stick around, and we have plenty of more games in store for y'all tonight. Welcome back, everyone, to round 3 of Open Bracket here in SOS 207. Thank you so much for sticking out with us as we have got some good sets still waiting, even before we get to bracket right here, as we are going to Splat Zones on Hagglefish Market. Oh, I love this set. And our 2 teams today will be No Fate and Lunar Brace. Some actually wonderful team names right here.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really interesting to see what these teams decide to bring out. I don't really recognize a whole lot of these names, so don't really have anything to go on, but that's honestly just what makes it exciting.
Looking at No Fate right here, I'm seeing a very aggressive line of weapons, at least displayed on their Sendo profile, which, hey, on Hagglefish can be very useful, assuming you get control of this map. Because Hagglefish has been coined by, I don't know exactly who coined it, but a lot of my those around me have described it as the final destination of Splatoon 3. And I can see that for every map mode in this game, it's very balanced and, like, a fairly even playing field on both sides, and I'm expecting to see some like absolutely like cracked gameplay in this, because most of it now comes down to your technical skill as a player on a map like this.
Yeah, definitely. So I definitely see what you mean by saying this is the final destination, because this is in like so many different maps. It's literally in every map list. What am I saying? But it looks like we're going to be getting into game 1. We see a Carbon Zimmy combo on one of these sides, and on the side of Lunar Brace, we finally have our overlay in round 3. We see a pretty similar combo to something we saw in round 1. We see a headed S-Blast combo with a V-Shot and a Stamper. So
I think that's actually almost the exact same.
That actually might be almost identical.
Yeah, just trade out the 52 gal for the hero shot right here. Already a trade with that Carbon able to pick off the headed, though that cooler will make it to that. Oh my gosh, Ocean Oval with a wonderful shot around the box right here. No Fate is going to take the early zone advantage right here, but with 2 members down, it might be time for Lunar Brace. Oh my gosh, the triple on the Zuka!
Okay.
This is absolutely wonderful. Scotty right here just trying to do their best to like poke at that tent. They are going to take lead at the start here, but with almost 4 minutes left on the clock, this is wonderful. Is that Zuka gonna get that Booyah Bomb? It doesn't look like it.
I'm still on that triple, that Zuka triple. I think I remember seeing someone, I think it was Ocean Opal, throw a burst bomb to do indirect damage on literally all 3 of them, and then the Zuka went off.
Yeah, No Fate Yami right here just trying to weave around with play in that bubble, and they are able to help secure 2 kills for that team. The zone hasn't completely flipped yet, and in fact, Lunar Brace is able to respawn and maintain control right here, and 2 down on the side of No Fate. But thankfully, that pencil will stop anybody from chasing after Yami, as they once again have a stamp and are charging after that headed, getting a trade.
Yeah, very good trade right there. Putting the cooler offline. We do see Ocean Opal trying to get a flank with that S-Blast, seeing if they can get the Zimmy off. Not going to be able to pick it off, and it's going to go down in the process. 3 down on the side of Lunar Brace, and No Fate is going to be able to flip this zone in their favor.
Thank God for that, because that penalty is going to be very well needed with only 23 points left on the side of No Fate. The hero shot on the side of Lunar Brace does have a Zuka, and it's going to be matched by Sizzle right here, trying to get some picks, unfortunately unable to do so. Helping the teammate trying to do that, but Scotty's is also unable to really make much of an impact, but it does help their teammate get in there and maybe get 1 spot. It's immediately answered, but that's 2 down on the side of No Fate with a Booyah Bomb and a Zipcaster, able to secure a 3rd kill, and once again the zone will flip to the side of Lunar Brace.
Yeah, but you see Ocean Opal just playing around that midline, just throwing some burst bombs, seeing if they can get a pick off, and the Carbon is going to drop under canopy, gonna get a great double right there. Sizzle seeing what they can do, maybe get a push off by themselves. They do have the Zuka ready, is gonna get it popped, seeing if they can get a pick right there, not gonna be able to with the first 2 shots. Gonna drop a long shot, not gonna get anything from that either, and the zone is currently in neutral, but Yami with that ultra step, not gonna be able to get anyone with that either.
It did take a second, but No Fate is able to secure zone control. The only like real like paint that they have on the team is that it's able to quickly paint that zone. Oh, wonderful double kill from Scotty right here. How many Zuka multi-kills are we gonna see? And once again, the zone flips over to Lunar Base. As I was saying though, No Fate, because of their very aggressive team comp, right now were not able to secure the zone for quite a sec, costing them precious points, even though the penalty wouldn't have gone down by the time the zone flipped. But still, every little point counts like this, as there's 1 minute and 40 seconds left on that clock. And with a Booyah Bomb and Zipcast special, Lunar Brace are trying to keep No Fate out entirely.
A very good Zipcaster right there, and very good Booyah Bomb by Opal earlier, being able to get that pencil off of the canopy, but they are going to be right back up there, not even 10 seconds later, and the cooler is going to be popped. No Fate does have their cooler charged, seeing if they can keep hold of zone. Not going to be able to, as 2 go down, and Scotty with that Zuka is going to pop their special as well.
And Lunar Brace, their comp right here, is just great at maintaining constant pressure, and even when they lose control, they have enough paint to just quickly get back in there. Yami forcing a jump on the right side right now, hoping to once again flip the zone, as there's less than a minute on the clock right here. No Fate needs to hold control of zone for almost the entire countdown if they want to secure victory right here, but it keeps flicking back and forth. Wonderful little splat right there, but unfortunately goes down. 2 down on either side as the Booyah Bomb is about to come out to No Fate's zone.
Yeah, I mean, you see Opal able to get the zone back in the side of Lunar Brace, seeing if they can hold it out for any longer. Does see the flanking Zimmy, but it's going to get picked by it. 2 down. That is 2 down on the side of Lunar Brace. It is 2-1. Yami throwing an Ultra Slam, not going to get that pick either. Seeing if they can get a pick on Scotty right there. Not going to be able to yet. Is going to be able to get it with the help of the Zuka. And No Fate does have control of the zone with 2 down on the side of Lunar Brace.
There's 10 seconds left on the clock. We're gonna go into overtime right here. No Fate needs to keep Lunar Brace from getting their specials, but with the Zipcast ready and coming out right here, we need to see that bubble pop. They do see it right now. Bleach doing their best, but unfortunately goes down. However, 2 are down on the side of Lunar Brace. AG has to keep control right here with that bubble. The zone does not flip. It does not even get neutralized. It's only 9 points left. It does neutralize for 1 moment. 2 down on either side. Bleach in the head is trying to paint. The Carbon is able to get a secure kill, but they need to paint it before the overtime ends. Oh my gosh, it does manage to flip once again. Ocean Opal trying to get a pick right here. 1 more point. Oh my gosh, No Fate has taken the lead. Wonderful, wonderful defense and keeping their cool right there of No Fate, as they will be able to steal victory from the jaws of defeat, going 1-0 in this set. Oh my gosh, Drewar.
Way to start round 3.
I mean, hey folks, all we needed to do was like be able to see which team is which, and suddenly we got a game on our hands.
Don't have to take any more guesses now.
Woo! I'm still reeling, my friend. That was, oh my gosh, that was down to the wire. That's what I love to see in this game. Obviously, seeing like some absolute like shutdowns of a game are insane, but like seeing like such back and forth fighting for your life, and No Fate able to like seal the deal right there by keeping their cool and somehow painting the zone with just a pencil and a Carbon. Oh my gosh. I mean, hey, let's see if they can pull off similar miracles right here, if it will be a clean sweep for them on Tower Control Ship-Shaped Cargo Co. How do I feel about this tower control map? I like this map. I feel very conflicted about it sometimes, because I feel like it can be very, very one-sided if you're not able to like establish yourself, but at the same time, like it is such a fun map to play.
If I had to guess win percentages for myself on every single map mode in this game, this is bottom 5. So yeah, take that into consideration for my opinion on it. But
I assume that means you love it, right?
Sure, let's just believe that. Very snowbally map. Definitely a very snowbally map. If you get to that second checkpoint, get past that second checkpoint, it's almost wraps.
I mean, hey, I think that would actually be a thing in No Fate's favor, as we saw right there at the end there. They managed to maintain momentum for the bottom half of the game, and with such an aggressive comp, like if they get early lead, they're gonna keep it. However, to that same point, their defense, except for in the last little bit there at the end, was a little shaky. So if Lunar Brace is able to keep them out and outrange them, it might be donezo for them on this map. So both sides have a very fair chance, and we might see even some comp switches to just like try to balance it out right here. Will No Fate change something to maybe help a bit with paint? Who knows? But we're gonna see those answers as we head right in here into game 2.
Yeah, going into game 2, are we going to see any comp changes? Yes, we are. We're going to see a blaster on the side of No Fate, and not really any changes on the side of Lunar Brace. That is a vanilla blaster from Fear, so they do have that bubble for tower, and we see a vanilla. We have a Vibrella.
A Vibrella as well as a Zap, so they have a line of cooler, but also a much more paint-focused comp. It's very interesting that we see a much more paint-focused comp with a again the Vibrella here in tower control. I would expect to see that in Splat Zones, but I mean AG right here just doing their like wonderful movement tech on the top. They're already the first checkpoint and popping some specials right here, able to secure 2 kills, looking for a third as they're making their way through that first checkpoint. They do manage to get past it.
Yeah, we do see the members of Lunar Brace just trying to get something going. We do see Fear with that bubble is going to be popped. Seeing if they can get a pick on that head. It not going to be able to as 3 go down. It's only the Brella from AG. And they are getting jumps in the back though for...
They are, and that might be what they need to order to get a little sneaky kill right here. I never thought I'd see the Sharking Brella strike
the
again.
Sharking Brella.
But they are able to like get a kill right now. And a wipeout, a disconnected wipeout from 2 from behind, and then 2 coming back in from base on No Fate here. What is happening? This is the strangest comp I've seen on tower control in a while, and it is doing masterfully right now. Though their carbon is currently down, but AG holding fast on this left side.
And they are going to pop the strike at a perfect timing. I was just thinking they need to pop strikes now. Able to get a pick. Seeing if they can get a pick on Scotty as well. That's 2 down. That's 3 down on the side of Lunar Brace. And No Fate is going to try their best to get past the second checkpoint right now. Getting all the way to 20. Seeing they do have the Zuka ready. Are they going to be able to get past the check? It doesn't look like it.
No, the headed was sitting behind that. That's one of the most scariest things in this game, of a fully charged Splat Lane behind a barrier, just daring you to step onto the tower before they delete any concept of your existence.
Yeah.
Right now, but I mean, they are pushed back right here into base. The Splat Lane is going to have to once again take a similar approach as 2 down on the side of Lunar Brace. We're only 3 minutes into this game, and No Fate is looking to seal their ticket potentially to Great White with a swift 2-0. Cooler coming out from the side and a Booyah Bomb on the tower will hopefully disrupt things, but Lunar Brace needs to find their opening to get back out there.
Yeah, we do see the strikes come out. Bram's getting back up pretty far, and we do see the members of No Fate pushing Bram pretty far. They are going to get a pick on Fear right now, going to get a second on Sizzle, and get the third on Yami. That is the headache gaming that we love to see, and Lunar Brace is going to try to get a push of their own.
Yeah, this is the first time they've had real advantage this game, because with AG in the back line and then a quick jump, they were able to, No Fate was able to take lead, but they have 3 specials online, that Cooler coming out, but unfortunately a swift kill from the Carbon right there. Ocean Opal trying to do their best to defend zone, able to get a double splat with just 1 shot, but that does seem to halt Lunar Brace's offense for a moment, but they are able to respawn in quickly thanks to that Cooler, and once again they're back and already 1 down on the side of No Fate.
We do see Yami being able to pop that Cooler as well. We do have a special with that Zipcaster ready on the side of Lunar Brace. Yami just trying to take some space into their flat area. Not really able to get anything by themselves. Just getting pushed back a little bit far, but with the help of a teammate. Going down, unfortunately, not going to be able to make up any ground there. They're going to have to take another route if they want to get a push going.
Strikes coming out right here on the side of Lunar Brace. We're once again back in mid. It's as if we're back in the start of the map. Can this oh my gosh, this Splatana has been holding on to this Zipcaster since the beginning of the push. I need to see some Zipcaster action right here, as it looks like with the Carbon down, they're going to try to generate some advantage. Bleach, use that special button, my friend. You have a great opportunity to do so. The 2 specials on the side of No Fate. Still no Zipcaster. What is happening? They go down to the Carbon. 3 down on the side of Lunar Brace, forcing Brams to retreat. Edgy not giving them any space. You shall not pass, and you also are not allowed to retreat, and that's going to be a wasted Cooler unless the rest of Lunar Brace is able to get in. And she takes another one for the road. 3 down again.
You have very strong playmaking by AG with the Brella. Not really, definitely the most questionable pick of this map, but it's making it seem like they're making it work, and that's a wipeout though for Lunar Brace. They're going to be able to start an amount of push of their own, seeing if they can mount a comeback here like No Fate did against them in game 1. We do see Scotty getting that Zuka locked and loaded. They do have it ready for whatever they need it. They're going to pop it finally, not going to get anyone with the first, not anyone with the second, trying to get one with the third, not going to be able to get one either. We do finally see some Zipcaster gaming from Bleach. It's going to get a wipeout. Hold up.
Oh
this could be a comeback win for Lunar Brace, and it is.
Oh my god! Hey, we just saw two teams keep their cool, easy. The Splatling was able to like get a quick adjustment check, quick mental break, because this game, Splatoon is one of the most mental games that I have ever played. You need to have a good mindset and be able to keep your cool in this game. You tilt, you lose, and with that, Lunar Brace was able to similarly to No Fate in round 1, just keep their cool and steal a victory from the jaws of defeat in the last 10 seconds of the match. Absolutely insane. And let's see how insane this last game is going to be. The first round 3 of the SOS here on stream. Rainmaker, Manta, Maria. Whew.
Yeah, our first game 3 on stream tonight. Rainmaker, Manta is definitely a choice. Not gonna really say anything else than that.
It seems like a choice you wouldn't make, my friend.
It's probably not a choice I would make, but it's definitely a choice.
I mean, hey, you seem to. I'm seeing a lot of zones, preferential treatment from you, and hey, that's fine. I'm a zones friend myself.
Sorry, I play Headed and Splash and stuff. Yeah.
True midline support like myself here as the
true midline. I am a frontline slayer and a midline support's body.
Yeah, same here. Those are exactly my two options as well. I mean, we saw a bit of a frontline / midline support change right here. I am wondering how No Fate is once again going to change up their comp, because Lunar Brace stayed with a comp that was very, very similar to what we saw. It actually was the exact same as what we saw in game 1 right here, but No Fate changed up their comp almost entirely. So I am wondering how the adjustments are going to make in this last set, because adjustments, this is a game of adjustments, not just mid-game as we saw on the last match of Tower Control, but also just these moments in between games, sitting in that lobby waiting for seeing the match counter count down before we head back in there, just trying to decide what comp you could use to defeat your opponent. And I mean, hey, both teams, whatever adjustments they make will be pivotal to them winning this game.
Yeah, and it looks like we're only a few seconds away from game 3 of this set. It's really excited to see if either of these teams decide to switch it up, maybe go with something different, a different weapon, see if we'll get that Vibrella back from 80 on the side of No Fate, and it looks like we are. We got Yami back on the Wiper as well.
Once again, a very interesting combo on the side of No Fate. A bit of change on the side of Lunar Brace right here, switching to the Splashdown, the Custom Blaster right here. But aside from that, keeping it same old right here. Oh, unfortunately, 2 of them are going to go down off the Rainmaker Pup, getting an immediate triple inch strike. That'll be 3 down already on the side of Lunar Brace. Once again, Bramp is backed into a corner and forced to jump out as the entirety of No Fate is able to secure that checkpoint. We're not even 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, we do see Yami just taking the slow approach, seeing what they can get, maybe get a shark or 2, maybe get a shark pick. They do have the hammer ready, seeing if they can get something out of it. Not going to be able to as 2 of them go down. At this rate, you just have to see how many points you can get off of a push, and they're going to get stopped at 52. As again, 2 of them go down again in a delay.
Right here taking top low road, just getting some little dinks against people, hoping the rest of the team can do that. It's 2 down on either side right here. They're fighting for mid right now. Rainmaker is probably about to reset. It does right here. Seems No Fate was trying to take the left side. Bramby, sensing some disturbance in the force, immediately looked over and evaporated somebody from existence. Quick little stamp pop does get a kill, but it is immediately answered back right here, as we're just seeing a bit of fighting for control right now, as Lunar Brace is still more backed up than they would like. But I mean, hey, we're trading, and that's 3 down on the side of No Fate. If there's a time for Lunar Brace to attack, it is now.
Yeah, we do see Ocean Opal with that splashdown ready, locked and loaded. It's gonna pop it inside of the court of No Fate. Not gonna get anyone from it though.
It was a good tool for dispersion. I've never seen actually the triple splashdown tech that you can do right there of obviously peeking over walls that you wouldn't be able to do so with its original incarnation in Splatoon 2. But that's going to be a delayed wipeout for Lunar Brace right here. Thanks to the Carbon, able to once again get so much paint in mid for No Fate. They have a ton of area to work with, and they're using it wonderfully. The striking Brella is about to strike back, but maybe with that hammer gone, Lunar Brace will be able to once again break back into mid.
Yeah, we do see Scotty does have that Zuka locked and loaded. They do have a cooler as well, thanks to that head it. Seeing if they can get something going right here, maybe get a push, finally get something on the board. They do have 1 point, gonna try to shark that jump, is able to get that pick, very well done, as a hammer though is not gonna be able to pick them off.
Yep, a wonderful little Zuka kill right there. I didn't even see the person right there. I'm going to be so honest, I've never seen a Shark Umbrella until today. I didn't even know that was possible. But No Fate was unable to use it to their maximum ability, and triple strikes right now. Scotty barely avoiding the air strikes and jumping out to avoid another. Bram's trying to get Pop right here to get one. That is a Pop kill on Pop right now, but it looks like their Rainmaker is about to get killed. Taking the side off to the left route, you don't often see that, but that will get them massive points before they go down right here. This will get Lunar Brace the lead that they need. With 2 minutes left, it's very possible for No Fate to bring this around, as we saw in round 1.
Yeah, definitely No Fate is gonna have to get the lead back if they want to win and get into a higher bracket. If they want, you got a minute 40 left in this game. We got Yami with that hammer locked and loaded. Seeing if they can get, I think, 3 specials charged on the side of No Fate. The cooler's gonna get popped. We have a Zuka and a hammer locked and loaded. See what they can make out of this.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something right now. It's just a bunch of mid-offs right here. Yami trying to pop this hammer, trying to get used. Once again, Brams off to the side, able to shred their HP, but they go down as well. Ocean Opal to get able to get 1 kill. Trying to look for the second, but those strikes will force them back as the rest of members of No Fate come back in. Once again, the triple splash now. That is going to get at least 1. They get 2, trying to get a 3rd. Unfortunately, their attention was spread between that jump and the very delectable-looking jump and the person they were fighting. But Brams, doing my favorite tactic in Rayman, just take it and go. Just take it. You got 10 points right there on the objective, and they once again push No Fate back into base. That was absolutely lovely. With only 45 seconds left on the clock, Lunar Brace has once again just pushed their lead even further.
Yeah, we do see Sizzle is going to get taken out right there. Very unfortunate from them. Scotty getting a whole bunch of shots into one of those players. Not going to be able to get the pick off. 2 go down to the Pop for the Rainmaker. Scotty's going to have to retreat a little bit, but they do have that Zuka charged.
Scotty over the side once again. How many ink strikes has Scotty avoid right here? Oh my gosh, are we gonna see the off the squid jump like point blank Zuka shot right here? I mean, both teams playing very defensive right now, special on either side. Lunar Fate, if they lose that Rainmaker, they lose the game. And with 2 players down and 5 seconds left and a Zipcast coming out, unfortunately it gets canceled right here. No Fate playing very patiently, but now that it's in overtime, they're gonna have to make a move right now. They need to get some picks in order to get this Rainmaker moving. Otherwise, that Zuka's just gonna shut them down.
Yeah, Scotty does pop the Zuka. Not gonna get 1 from the 2 shots, and they get the 3rd shot. Scotty is able to save the game for a Lunar Brace. And that is 2-1 going in the side of Lunar Brace. Great job to them.
Yeah, they may have lost like a heartbreaking game 1, but they were quickly able to adapt and keep their cool and secure their victory, meaning we might see them here in Great White Bracket. I mean, but that will be the end of pools for now, folks. We're going to go to a quick break while we get brackets set up, but please don't go anywhere, because considering the games we've seen tonight, it's only going to get even better.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Great White of Swim or Sink 207. I'm Drumar, again joined here by Jack. We got an amazing set coming up between two teams in Great White. We have Auntie versus Cold Brew.
Ooh, I am excited. I mean, I suppose the storyline for this is that Auntie is stumbling into our first match, which is Splat Zones on Mako Mart, and decided she wanted a good old coffee. But then the coffee started throwing hands. So this is the storyline we are creating here, folks, of Auntie versus Cold Brew in the middle of a grocery store. I am unfamiliar with these two teams, my friend. Have you ever comboed the two of them before?
If I had to assume that these are mostly pickup teams, but the name I do recognize on Cold Brew is Cool. One of my good friends. Love to see him in a Great White. Gonna be really excited to see what these two teams bring to the table. Again, we're starting on Zones Mako. First time seeing Mako on stream, so really excited for that as well. Don't really know what else we got, but I'm just excited to get into it.
As am I. Looking at Auntie right here, I'm seeing a few different weapon types, including potentially another umbrella, which would be very fun to see considering what we had last set. But Auntie seems to be a fairly aggressive comp with a specializing bucket player on Velvet right there, seemingly. But I mean, hey, this is going to be absolute knockdown, drag out slog of a match. I feel, well, maybe not slog, that's the wrong word to use, but like knockout fight for place going forward here in bracket. And who will win? Do you think the Ant will win, or will the Cold Brew knock her on her butt?
I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what we got. It's going to be really exciting because neither of these teams, Great White, neither teams have dropped a set in this tournament. So one of these teams are going to get their first loss of the tournament. So maybe not their first game loss, but at least their first set loss. So
the Unstoppable Force meets another Unstoppable Force. As we're getting set up right here, and since I've talked about coffee enough with this team name to ask the question, how do you take your coffee, Drumar?
I actually don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. So.
Let's go, my brother. Same here. I can't stand that stuff. It is disgusting. No offense to Cold Brew. I'm sure you guys are lovely and will, but I cannot handle that. It they say, oh, it tastes like hot chocolate if you do this. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, I once was partying early morning with family, and they had like a Dunkin' thing, so I'm like, oh, hot chocolate, and I sip it. It's straight black coffee. Did not taste good, by the way. It was dreadful. It was actually dreadful. So look, hopefully these teams are going to be getting ready for these matches, and don't really know what else to say. I mean, we've pretty much gone.
Yeah, I mean, you've mentioned your how you feel about maps. We're back to Splat Zones, and so how do you feel about Mako Mart, my friend?
I like Mako. Mako's a good map. I mean, it's overall solid. It's pretty good on zones, good on tower, and that's pretty much it. I don't know what else. It's a good map.
I think it's a funny Rainmaker map.
Nah.
Just immediate disagreement. No,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. Like, I'm sure I have map takes that will absolutely drive.
Oh, I have those too. Trust me, I have map takes that make some of my friends cringe. But looks like we're gonna be getting into our first map. We do have a
first time last night, and I have
right.
opinions.
All right, yeah, we do have our comps for both these teams. We do see, I was about to say Cold Brew is running coolerless, but they not. Desha has that zap going, and we do see a Nautilus as well on the side of Cold Brew. So really interesting pick there. We do see Cool with that S-Blast right here, seeing they can get anything going. Not by the look of it just yet. Trying to get a pick on that Slosher. Not going to get any, but 2 are down on the side of Auntie. Seeing if Cool is going to be able to get a pick again, not going to be able to, but a teammate is going to come for an assist. Very well done by them. Desha just having great control over that right stack with the help of the Whiper as well. Bubble is going to be popped all the way into mid. Seeing if they can get it popped. Not going to be able to, as Cold Brew is going to have to back up again a bit, but still going to be able to have zone.
Yeah, those strikes, unfortunately, were just quickly countered by how much paint Auntie has at their disposal. It's another bubble coming out right here from Jovan, able to get 1 kill, looking to get the immediate kill off of the jump. Is able to do so. That Stamp, unfortunately, not going to get any kills or keep the zone as it flips over to the side of Auntie right now. Jovan looking for blood, but unfortunately, their pursuit managed to jump out in time, and unlike Pokemon, this is not able to hit a retreating foe, as we have 3 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock, and Auntie is trying to work down the lead that Cold Brew have right here, but unfortunately 1 goes down, and there's 2 specials ready on the side of Cold Brew.
Yeah, we see Cool pop that Booyah Bomb, able to pop that bubble completely to go down on the side of Cold Brew. Cool is just chilling in zone as it gets capped still. They are going to lose the lead, however. Cool just trying to back up is going to get taken out, unfortunately, as 1 is down on each team. Desha just painting over zone, able to cap it for Cold Brew, but Desha's gonna pop the cooler, and it's gonna, looks like, go to waste, except for Cool's gonna get the pop, the cooler, able to pick 1, seeing if they can pick another, not gonna be able to just yet, seeing if they can get a pick on Jovan, not gonna be able to as Jovan gets 2.
Yeah, that's almost a delayed wipe on the side of Cold Brew right here. Diva just doing, Diva, excuse me. Just throwing Fizzy, just trying to keep right side locked down with the side, with Jovan right here. Jovan doing their best to shark, trying to get any would-be trespassers out of their territory. Cool, ready for this Booyah Bomb with a cooler on deck. Stamp coming out right here, able to get 1 off of the Booyah Bomb. The rain, also that passive damage will be massive, but Jovan with that insane decaf lunge, able to like leap around and just get a quick little splat to try to neutralize any pressure, and they are able to stop Cold Brew's advance right here. The zone still hasn't flipped entirely on the side of Cold Brew. Auntie doing wonderful jobs to keep it thing. 2 down on the side of Cold Brew. There's only 6 points left. Are they able to get it? No, Desha is shot down. The zone is neutralized, but it is unable to be taken. Even that Booyah Bomb just coming out a bit too late, allowing Auntie to take this first game.
Very strong zone control by Auntie right there, just able to hold out despite everything that was lunging at them. You had a Booyah Bomb, you had a Zap, you had everything trying to cap that zone with 4 points remaining in the neutral state, and it wasn't gonna be enough as Auntie takes game 1 of this set.
Oh, you know they were playing hot with that fist bump. You love to see the good fist bump.
Oh, absolutely.
Here. It's Splatoon. It's so much serotonin when you get that fist bump. And we'll see if they can keep that momentum heading to Hagglefish Market Tower Control. Top 3 map mode, in my opinion, in this game. How you feel? You mentioned some feelings about Hagglefish earlier.
Honestly, I'm putting this one at 2. If we're you know how I was talking about tower chip shape earlier, saying by win percentage, it's probably bottom 5. This one win percentage, honestly, probably top 3. I'm gonna be so honest. I love this map mode so much. Low-key, easily my favorite tower control map. Not even close.
Yeah, probably mine as well. It's just such a fun. It's fun
so
tower
fun.
control map because there's so many different angles that you can take on both offense and defense to try to get out there. It's really a map that you can do anything on, and it never feels like you're completely shut down. Like there's always some way that you could get back in there. Obviously, like if one of these teams has enough firepower, they might be able to shut it out completely. We saw both teams did have very aggressive comps with not necessarily a designated anchor, but that might change as we're looking to like maybe make some adjustments in this waiting period right here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if any of these teams are going to switch up their comps at all. I could see Cool still sticking with that S plus. It was a really strong pick for them in zones. It also is a really strong pick in tower, so I don't see that switching anytime. I definitely still don't know how the Zap is going to go though. Um,
And
I
we
feel
see
like a lot of other
crazier
cooler.
picks on tower
Yeah,
control.
I mean, sure. I just feel like a lot of other cooler options in this game just kind of help class Zap.
This is
You know
a
what I mean?
very, very powerful pencil map.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
It's
definitely a really
one
strong
of the
pencil map
most
too.
powerful pencil maps in the game. I
Yeah.
mean, but like, I don't know if we'll see any changes to that. We'll, looking in right here, is there much change on that side? No, not really. On this side, also no. But I mean, hey, they got that Zap, they got that S-Blast. Same Nautilus comp, not switching to the Splashdown one. It's rather sticking with the passive damage of the rain, though, considering how aggressive Cold Brew is, I think that it might work out for them. Both teams just trying to play already a cooler on the side of both teams. Insane pain. 3 down on the side of Auntie already from a flank on both sides. Great pincer maneuver right there on the side of Cold Brew as they are rapidly approaching the first checkpoint.
Yeah, but you see Desha with that Zap is just gonna throw suction bombs up on that point. Just trying to see if they can get the first check. It looks like they're going to be able to with very little resistance from the side of Auntie. Auntie is just getting pushed back by so many bombs. Another Booyah Bomb as well. Is able to pick 2. Great Booyah Bomb by Cole right there.
The crab, however, it gets 1, turns its gaze towards the tower and nearly obliterates all of Dasha's health. It is able to get a third kill with that and does shut down Cold Brew's push, but they made it through both checkpoints in less than a minute. Insane firepower on their side right here, and they need to keep that momentum up. And Auntie, on the other side of things, needs to get their momentum back right here. A cooler coming out will hopefully be the start of that. That bubble, unfortunately, is not going to be safe. Be careful with that suction bomb. Barely avoids exploding themselves. Is able to secure the kill, but unfortunately goes down. It's 3 down on the side of Auntie, though they'll be coming back in very quick. The Daybreak is able to secure the kill with a wonderful place Nautilus timing. Just doing their best right here as that rain comes out.
The only one who thought that Slotcher was gonna die to that suction bubble, right? It wasn't just me.
I thought so immediately.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Yeah, but it looks like we're going into a bit of a neutral state. We do have strikes pop on the side of Auntie. Cool, trying to see if they can get a push going. Not going to be able to get anyone there, but 2 go down on each side out of nowhere. We got a 2v2 in mid. We do have Desha having to get pushed back as Auntie is able to grab the tower for the time being. Are they going to be able to get any picks? No, they're going to go down to the bomb right there. It's Cool is going to pop their Booyah Bomb and hold it for a little bit, but it is going to be able to pick the Decapitator.
Divya right here just doing their best with that crab, able to get 1 kill and push the person Daybreak on the right side back a little bit, suction bombing, taking a bit tactic from Cold Brew right there. The strikes coming back once again, just pushing people away. They've made it through the first checkpoint and are rapidly approaching checkpoint 2. All of their members have jumped off of the tower right now. 2 down on the side of Cold Brew, 1 down on the side of Auntie, playing some tiptoe around the side of the thing. Once again, another crab already built. Wonderful, wonderful painting and movement from Dia. They're pushing forward. They managed to secure the lead by 1 point right here before Cold Brew is able to retake the tower. That is absolutely wonderful. Diva jumping out right there, but that's 3 down on the side of Cold Brew. They can keep this momentum up.
Yeah, we do see Cool with that S-Spot, seeing if they can get anything going, is trying to get the header right there, is going to be able to get the assist. Cool's going to take the tower back as the Veto is going to have to jump back out as 2 go down on the side of Auntie, and that's the push as Auntie gets the lead by 2 with 2 minutes left in this game.
Ooh, wonderful, wonderful movement and teamwork right there on the side of Auntie to secure that lead. Cool doing their best to just avoid being killed right here. They do have that cooler lifeline, but you don't want to waste it when you can use that movement speed and a quick super jump to your advantage right now. Stamp and a hammer coming out. Unfortunately, that hammer is going to be canceled, and I don't think that that rain is going to be as effective. Daybreak shredding through that crab HP, forcing its user to jump out. 2 down on either side right now, though. And Auntie does have special advantage. Their decap does go down. It's just a fight for mid right now, and it seems Cold Brew has taken back control right here. But they need to get that tower moving. And with the specials available to Auntie right now, it looks like they're going to be able to shut down Cold Brew's advance.
Yeah, and Daybreak is going to be able to get 1 right there. They're going to go down, though. 2 are down on the side of Cold Brew, and Auntie is going to mount a push of their own. It looks like a cooler just died because of the tower path. Unfortunate there, but it looks like Auntie is still going to have tower control as with pun intended, as Keto with that wiper is trying to make a play of their own. They do have a hammer pop. They're gonna pop it. They're gonna get one, gonna get a second, gonna get a third. Can they get the fourth? They see the fourth player. They're not gonna be able to throw it in time.
I mean, hey, take what you can get and back out right there. Unfortunately, goes down to the decaf, who was quick to avenge their friends right now and able to secure a double kill as well. Desha just trying to survive as all of Auntie is suddenly back in. That's the power of the quick respawn on Cooler right there. And just like that, Cold Brew's momentum is shut down, entirely frozen like the drink that they are. Auntie is looking to secure. They do not want this set to go to a third game right now. 8 seconds left. Cold Brew trying to pop a special right here. Able to shred through the bubble and its user, but they need to get somebody on tower. Strikes coming out right here, and unfortunately they aren't able to get on. Auntie will take the set 2-0, securing their place in Great White Bracket and sending Cold Brew out of here. They'll take that Cold Brew to go, by the way.
You had to throw one last pun in there, didn't you?
I mean, I had to like, once you got the tower control pun, I was like, well, I have to get something now. Like, come on, I can't like be out punned in the last set of the, in our last set of the tournament.
Yeah, very strong showing from both these teams. What a close match by Cold Brew. Going all the way to 24, but it's just not going to be enough, as Auntie is going to take this set 2-0 and move on in Great White Bracket.
I see we got a raid in the Twitch chat, which is absolutely wonderful to see, but unfortunately the raiders are a bit too late to see me and Drumar, as we will be passing the torch to our lovely friends here at SOS. But please stick around, peeps, because there's more Great White to see. Drumar, my friend, where can they find you?
You can find me in a whole bunch of places. You can find me over on Twitter at Drumar_SPL. You can find me at the most common spot on Blue Sky at drumar.bsky.social. And as of recently, you can also now find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Drumar_. Jack, where can the lovely people find you?
Right now on my Twitter, you can find me at JolteonJack22, as well as my Blue Sky, JolteonJack.bluesky.social. I'm a voice actor looking to get my name out there, and I happen to also love doing these Splatoon commentating. Hopefully, I might be getting into streaming or content creation of some kind to help promote that, but for now, I'm simply a lovely little Jolteon minding my business and having fun with Splatoon. But unfortunately, that will be the end of me and Drumar's time here as we head to a little break. Stick around though, guys, because there's going to be plenty more to come, and stay fresh, y'all.
computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, if we should be live, hello, welcome to SOS number 207. This is a little bit of a surprise here that we're going to be seeing play round 2, and we're going to be here with Sasu. The bottom names are incorrect, don't worry about that. I am Ryan, and Sasu is with me once again. Hello, Sasu.
Yes, hello, Joe Ryan. I'm so glad to be. What? Am I sounding?
No, you're fine, but you did the thing. You said the thing.
What? Oh, Joe Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I have been mispronouncing Joe Ryan's name for years. Did not once say, "Oh, Sasu, actually, it's pronounced this way. Just let it rock. Just let me mispronounce it for years and years and years. And now I'm just trying to be better, a better Sasu.
Saucy, you are always perfect in every way possible. Do not worry about that. But anyways, as we are going to be going into the map modes, what about we talking about that? Because it's going to be a pretty interesting round 2.4 here on a regular Wednesday night.
Yes, as you can see on the screen, we're gonna be looking at See It Now versus sqweeeg. I think there's some well-known players on both of these teams here. Of course, sqweeeg has Candy, Vanoct, Arm, Ontosaku. I think Candy and Vanoct, well known to be playing together a lot of the time, and also had a really strong showing in the NA League, I believe, on one of those first practice one of those practice go around. So of course they are not new to having a higher stage. And then of course we also have, I'm recognizing Ori, which if you are a lover of guides, definitely probably have seen one of those. But we're gonna jump right into it, starting off with these builds. What are we thinking, Joe Ryan?
Well, looking at it, we're going to be seeing some kind of usual content we're seeing nowadays in every Splatoon 3 come out in 2025. We are going to be seeing the edit, we're seeing the Slash, we're seeing a Junior, but surprisingly, we're seeing a nice 6 scout. If anyone knows about Ichiko, that's a little bit of a connective right there, but we did see how strong it was during pounding for earlier today as well. While for the side of sqweeeg, which sqweeeg is not actually on the watch, surprisingly. For that team, we do have the 52 gal and double slosher and pencil. We actually never saw double slosher in 2025, and unless we were back in early 2025.
Yeah, it is quite interesting to see both of those sloshers kind of go off. I have to wonder why it is necessarily they're choosing to do so, because I feel like you only really see a double of a weapon when you're just waist deep in the meta. You remember when you saw maybe sometimes 2 BPs for that jet, or the double sort of splash or something like that. But yeah, it seems as though right now the double slosher not exactly working for sqweeeg. They do get wiped out here, and of course members of See It Now gonna push up to that ramp and see how long they can keep them locked in their own spawn.
Yeah, I was going to be seeing the paint difference just on this camera view as well. Just all the zone and basically all the map behind See It Now is all going to be covered. But now we're going to be seeing the double slosher, the double tri-strike in play as well. But with the single tri-strike as well, it does save See It Now with the bubble coming in play as well. So with that, we're going to be seeing 37 penalty or ticks remaining for the side of See It Now, with sqweeeg getting the double slosher down again and the jump as well. Only 25 seconds remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems as though See It Now really banking on just scattering and staggering sqweeeg at this point. As you mentioned, we did see those strikes. They do come out here. They put the zone in neutral, but not enough to cap over it. And I think that is just going to be it, with a clean break there from See It Now. Obviously, those second set of strikes come out, but not fast enough to put that in neutral or flip the zone. So despite all of the strikes that they had on their side, See It Now coming out with the win in this first game here.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, to mention about See It Now as well, when you said about Ori and mentioning them, we do see SCA Baby actually in the roster as well. See, SCA actually has been around for a long time as well, and I think playing a bit Ori time to time, but I think it's been a while since they came back. But when you were saying about sqweeeg with Candy and Vanoct, surprisingly, as we saw in the game, Vanoct isn't here. Like, Candy is still alive with Arm onto Saku, so it's gonna be a little bit weird seeing that. Well, actually, if I'm thinking correctly, sqweeeg might be SCA Baby maybe, so, or Payton. I think they might be Payton. Yeah, they are Payton actually. Because it's Discord names. But yeah, See It Now, they have more synergy because they are like an OG team and OG people from the past. But for sqweeeg, they are a little bit of a new gen from 2024. That's actually a little bit of a difference there too.
Yeah, I think, well, firstly, I think I'm wondering if the SCA is actually just SZA, like a reference to the artist SZA, and perhaps being just a big fan of SZA there. But yeah, as you mentioned, Vanoct noticeably missing. I think this is why we're seeing a little bit of an interesting comp in terms of that double V slosh rather than Vanoct, of course, very well known to be on a stamper, which I think as a midline couples well with the other weapons we saw. But I'm curious to see if going into the next stage, Clam Scorch, if we're going to see a repeat of that, or if they recognize that having the double strikes not necessarily the most helpful for them. Honestly, I think strikes are really strong to go here because, of course, there's that choke point, that ramp that you want to get up before you reach basket. But having two of them, I don't know how helpful that's going to be here.
Yeah, because now that we're going to Climates and Scorch Gorge, it's going to be a completely different map mode combo as well. And again, once again, referencing to Pounding Pool only today, because as a tablet stream I had to, we did see a Pounding Pool game earlier today going all the way down to the wire. And also we did see almost an Oko last time, so seeing with the comps that we're having right now, it is seeing that for Cyan now, their comp is going to be helping a lot more, but for the side of sqweeeg, they're bringing back double slosher comp.
Yeah, very interesting here. And of course, they also have that shot for Azuka, so it seems as though sqweeeg really out for blood when you look at what they have. Almost all of their specials, the ones, of course, that are not cooler, are just completely aggressive. So it seems like the game plan is really to run people down, and I think perhaps paying back a little bit in dividends. They are able to get 3 people down. Saku, of course, just kind of putting down that chip on Toast with this really strong flank to the left there, but it seems as though they just don't have the clam economy to open that basket and capitalize off of that pick. So despite, I think, getting those kills there, just not really going to do anything with it.
And just when you said saying about the kills, we do see a double going to the side of sqweeeg's advantage, but immediately right after that, it's going to be a trade. So honestly, it's also, we're seeing just a big stalemate in the middle of the map, and which is usually happening in Scorch Clan plays because it's just a really big map. And like you said about the economy, it's really spread out because nobody picked up the clams on the middle, on the top snipes. As we see candidates, but they immediately just died. We just see more map advantage, and that's what we want to see really in the map in general. But if it was Rainmaker, they wouldn't be pushing all the way. But now that we finally see a ball coming in from the side of Cyan now, they honestly pop it in, and I think Oi fell off the map.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I would argue, Dorian, that rather than large, this can be kind of a small map. Like, in general, it's large, but everything kind of happens in mid, which is just so cramped. You see, unfortunately, that ball is going to be thrown, as is the hammer, which leads them into a wipeout, but they're just not able to reach that ball, so they're going to have to get another one, wait for the basket to go back down so they can probably get past that 60-point mark as they do, down to 48. So really strong showing here. Cyan now doing a great job of holding their space in sqweeeg's flat, but you know, they have to be careful not to completely stagger, especially with 3 of their people down, because if they don't play their cards right, they might have sqweeeg right under their basket before they know it.
Yeah, honestly, it still is a little bit confusing for some people that we see sqweeeg on the screen and the orange just still on the snipe area while sqweeeg is in blue altogether as a team. But Smile actually goes down, aka Snibber, thinking correctly on toes. But we're going to see sqweeeg actually might be dead. Okay, they are dead on the strikes, but as you said before, Sauces, there is no economy for inside of sqweeeg by now. There's only one person, which is the shot. Candy having only a single gun, but getting a good headshot actually on Smile once again. It's going to be locked in down the blaster as we're going to be seeing a little bit more control, as you said, on this small map. And like you did actually say, it being condensed, we are seeing them all condensed in the mid area.
Yeah, absolutely. Candy just putting down that paint to make sure that they have control of that mid. That's one of the hugest things that you can do on Scorch, is just deny them the space and the area to really take mid and become a threat. Arm just diving in there, getting punished for it as sqweeeg, the player, on See It now, just kind of painting around, I think, here on that splash. Gonna get out of there with the jump out. Saku just barely trying to get out of there, doesn't happen, and I think now it just turned into an all-out bloodbath, a skirmish between both of those teams, and we're just kind of waiting for the dust to settle to see who it is that's able to get control of mid, and ultimately it seems like it's See It now. So sqweeeg once again on the back foot, Candy getting a pick, but we just have about a minute left. They're gonna have to get more than just picks if they want to get the W here.
Yeah, funny enough, actually, as well. If you can see, just as we saw in the Black Favorite map, but mostly on Candy's side, that we saw that Candy is the main slayer of the whole group, off inside of Saku and the other Slosher. Oi and we say Saku off the map again. GG's. But the main thing is, with Oi and Saku, what they were doing are mostly they are just the supporters to actually go into the battle, waiting for Candy to have them fall all the way in. While all of them left are just painting the map. While for the side of See It Now, this main paint of the map is sqweeeg with the rain, and that's why they picked it up, and also with the Slosher as well, with the fact that just to help it forward to go all the way into the basket, which we saw in the first pick actually, and the pencil being the support for both ends. But surprisingly for See It Now though, we do see the edit coming out, and with that edit being the main like Gowling gun kind of weapon, you can just be the main menace, which we do see here already. But even though this 2 down for See It Now, 6 seconds left, we are going to be seeing no chance of squeeze.
Oh, and that was not a great pick to happen there. They went down with their strikes, which they definitely needed to walk. It is just Saku, like it kind of has been the entire game, down, leading into a delayed wipe, and I think that's just going to be about it. Of course, they're still fighting for their own plat, but at this point, they're just really staggering, and OT comes to a close, giving See It Now that 2-0 here, but ultimately a really dominant game, seeing as though they were able to deny sqweeeg even the opportunity really to score on their basket.
Literally, just the one thing as well is, as we saw in the game, just the double Soldier comp can be good for some most like zones, but in something like Clan Blitz where it could be a lot of a stalemate, even though you are getting kills, you need to just remember that you need to have control for a lot of the time, which for the side of Squeeze, they didn't really seem to have it, but for See It Now, they had a lot of them in the bag, and with the synergy as well with specials, it just helped them so much. So we will not be seeing Zone's ship cargo because it's best of 3.
Absolutely. Just like that, now you see it, now you don't really, and our 3rd seed gonna move on into semis just like that. But I think speaking of moving on, we might move on, Joe Ryan, into perhaps a little break, if I'm not mistaken. I might be.
Most likely we should be going to that because we do have another round coming in, but we need to set up for the lobby. So we will be back in a little bit just for that to happen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SOS. I'm Saucy here with Joe Ryan, and we're waist deep in semis, I believe. Looking at oileroil on Twitch versus Burgr. I'm having a lot of fun with these names, but I think I'm gonna have even more fun watching this set because these are some strong players we're gonna be seeing in on Barnacle and Dime zones.
That is something I'd be interested to see on Barnacle Diamond Zones because SOS and because this is a new type of thing in SOS, we're going to be having 3 zones this time. No Waymaker because everyone hates Waymaker for some reason, but we are going to be seeing on the side of oileroil on Twitch, who has 2 followers on Twitch, by the way, and his in description is Splatoon player with a dog background for some reason. I don't know why people want to follow them, but Sunny, Tickle, Cap, and Gauss. You should know Cap and Tickle together because they are part of a top level team that it should still be active around, but they're usually playing pickups. And Gauss being one of the top players as well. Like I think all of these players are in +1. Well, +2 if I'm thinking about game. Burgr, you should know them as well because they are your weekly players, every single time with Knopfs and Prosper, and shouts to Neptune for sure because they are part of CCA, one of the headrunners. And yeah, really responsive Barnacle and Dime. What do you think about this, Sasu?
Yes, as I always say, Joe Ryan, if Splat Zones Barnacle and Dime has no haters, I am dead. I have no love in my heart for this map mode. It is quite common in comp, of course, but the lockout is just so nasty. If you end up wiping, the amount of fights that you need to get back into mid is just huge. You need to, hopefully they're not in your spawn, but you need to clear your plat, then you got to move forward, clear your court, get on from spawn into court, then get your plat, then get into mid. It's a lot of fighting you have to do while that clock is ticking. And I'm gonna be curious, particularly we saw that Prosper there on Burgr, well known for being an edit player, but also has a pen when needed. So gonna be curious if Prosper utilizes that range or not.
Honestly, I don't know why, but I always thought Prosper was a not player. But
Prosper is a not player.
Oh.
You're not wrong.
Oh, then I think that's because it's just gone because we do see the next splash as usual, the Novs Carbon and D52 Gal from Zen, the usual call for them. We are going to be seeing the default on pencil. Well, for the side of oil on Twitch, we are going to be seeing the Lunar, the Viper, the pencil, and the S5. S5 being one of the main weapons that'll let people pick up for blasters in the game right now. Junior being the usual cap weapon, and the Viper is going to be the main aggro. As you're going to see on Barnacle Time right now, because we're seeing oil getting a good double off inside of Burgr.
Oh, and you have Su Li there from FX. I love the K-pop references there. Just holding it down, much like she did in FX. Just chipping away here, holding that plat, is gonna swim out, realize that it's very dangerous, especially with this active Zuka there, but you see they've already made it down to 35. They're kind of running away with this, and now it's time for Burgr to run in and see if they can get this zone, because they're currently losing it, and I think that's why we're seeing all of these specials, because it's just not looking good for them.
Because of Barnacle Time, it is a little bit of a stalemate kind of map where if one person gets a zone, it's going to be hard to push back in and decide a Burgr right now. We don't really see any of those specials to actually go in for actual those support. Well, for the specials to come in, but we see the kill power, which we see immediately from Zen, and we saw from Nap, and we did see from Possible as well with the cooler, and also from Knopf with the Trizuka coming out. But I'm going to see right now with the penalty points coming inside of oileroil and for Burgr, it's going to be just a battle for the next few minutes just to see who can save the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. But you see, two members are going down on oileroil there, but I think it's just going to be the Viper fighting really hard. They're getting chipped out, somehow still alive, gonna go for that jump out, and they make it out. Crazy enough, just under Prosper's nose. But I think now Burgr does have the zone, but hard track trying to see if they can just make this happen, and a nasty double gonna give the zone back to oileroil there. So I think a very wise jump out here from their Carbon. Gonna restart to see if they can make another pass at this zone.
Honestly, with the jump out and Azuka coming and playing melee, but not getting any hits right now because unfortunate under aim, and also because of a wall not hitting cap on and not hitting hard attack either, aka the Viper player. We are going to be seeing right now with 24 penalty points left, Nop jumping out immediately. We are going to be seeing Neptune still alive, but Nop's going to be killed off on the jump fly. And we're going to be seeing right now Zen coming out, killed off, Neptune coming off, Nop can kill off again, and possibly the last one alive again, jump scared, but getting the kill. We're getting killed by Junior, getting a double actually to end the game.
Ooh. Yeah, wow. That last push was just so aggressive. They were diving, making sure that members of Burgr would just like stay dead there so they wouldn't have to worry about that. You see everyone just waving to their adoring fans. I love to see it, especially having the pen be this anchor. Sully of course from FX is a K-pop idol who had passed away, so I love to see that sort of honoring there, and I think having that on your shoulders, really honoring someone, means you're gonna have to lock in, try and work really hard to do good things for them, and they're gonna have to do that on Undertow Tower. Not an easy feat.
It's definitely not an easy feat because technically, if you're talking about a stage, Undertow Spillway has two glasses and basically just a big spineway, which is going to be the tower, which you can actually see the map in preview itself. It's just basically just like the map for tower control. But one thing to notice about Sully FX, the name, that is not solely the Squiffer player that we know from LANs. That is actually the player Sunny that actually starts to know.
No wonder. Sunny is my. We're always talking about K-pop, so the fact that I didn't recognize that, I should have known. Hiding in plain sight, Sunny.
But do you want to go a little bit on a K-pop fan or K-pop skill before the game starts? Oh wait. Oh, we don't have enough time.
Listen, everybody, stream Red Light, but do it in the background while you're listening to us, because we're gonna jump right into this. Taking a look at these comps, I think there have been just about no switches, if I'm not mistaken. But of note, I'll say, is that Burgr's got this double Zuka going on. So they're seeing Sunny and they're saying, listen, we've got Zukas, we're ready to displace you. So you better watch it and make sure that you're ready to pivot.
Yeah, and also I talked about the double Zuka. That was actually the only change from the side of Burgr, because before we did see Zen on the pit Zuka, but now we're seeing Dinaman trying to going for the angles actually with the Tri-Zuka. But as we're going to be seeing right now for the side of Oiler, once again, we are going to be seeing just the Viper, aka Goss, most likely going at it, but getting countered by Zen, followed solely, aka Zen, aka Sunny. It's going to be going on and just holding on to the middle with the bubble coming in on the first checkpoint, or second checkpoint actually.
Yeah, and you see Sunny there just hitting that mark and getting that jump out. So doing exactly what needed to be done, but still living at the end of the day. But Burgr gonna take the opportunity to pop that crab, put on the pressure, push them all into their own plat so that they can get those points on the board. Their carbon does go down, but the tower just keeps crawling forward. And quite frankly, I think that if they play their cards right, they might be able to sneak out this lead. Zen getting chipped out, gonna go down, and that's 2 members down total. So I think this may mark the end of this push ultimately, and I think it's just gonna go in the hands of oileroil now. It just seems like it's like a taking turns on the tower, so to speak.
Yeah, more or less, because that's kind of what the map is if you don't have any specials, because everyone is scared of every special in the map. We see the bubble, we see the booyah, we see the double Zuka, we even see the crowd come out from Neptune earlier in the game as well, playing as defense. But with 2 down by enough inside of Burgr, Zen just dancing the way out of the way, going to the glass corner, but we're going to be seeing them killing Goss immediately off the bat, trying to go for Sunny off the whip as well, almost getting the angle jump, but not getting the angle jump, as you're going to see them actually going to the last checkpoint, but getting hammered in the face right after. Goss, Sunny, and Cap, and the last player as well, Tickle, being able to just secure it in with a Booyah and a GG.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, that push was fast and furious because it felt as though we were just in the middle of talking about how it was just kind of back and forth. One team would have specials, then the other team had them. And then at the end there, it felt like almost under our noses. I think, was there a fist bump in there? Everyone's just waving.
There was a fist bump and one of them doing the wave at the end.
Yeah, it was just so quick. I was like, oh, whoa, I blinked and I missed it there. But oileroil on Twitch, I suppose that's the endorsement there, doing a really strong job of just having, sometimes all it takes is a strong hold there, Joran.
Yeah, Sasu. It just all takes a good hold, a good sense of synergy, and a good sense of manpower. And that's what we saw Oil on Twitch see in the game. Manpower, blood, and well, ink, you could say. Basically, what we saw at the same time for Burgr at the end as well, we were focusing on Zen actually getting on that double, but then getting killed by the hammer. We saw Zen trying to go for the stick all the way to the end, but unfortunately, they got killed off and they were spaced up with the rest of the team. And with the Booyah at the end, with the bubble at the end, the 2 down as well on Burgr, it was just unfortunate that it ended up to be a straight up KO.
Yeah, you know what? Going back into that K-pop, Sully, well known for just not really caring what the people think, just kind of going her own way. And I feel like that's kind of what oileroil as a team is bringing. They're just getting in there. They don't care. Fast and furious, like we just kind of saw in their game of Barnacle. They just kind of dive you and figure it out. But going into this next game, I think we have Zen with a switch off of that V-shot instead to this V-slosh. Once again, we're going to be seeing those strikes. And right off the top, number here with those picks, I think that's a double right off the top. And you see that they are already going into the plat area. So super bold there on this opening, already granting them down essentially to a 60 with just 30 seconds elapsed. What an opening.
Yeah, and actually to confirm, Hardtack is actually not Gauze. That's Hardtack is Tickle. And Kidding for you, as you're seeing on the S-Bites, is actually going to be Gauze getting immediately a snipe on Knob coming out for the Booyah. Not happening in the zone though. They finally do, but with 3 down on Burgr, it's going to be again one of those hard lockout maps as Mahi is. As we're going to be waiting, actually no, we're not going to be waiting for any more zone map changes because the map change already happened once Burgr changed the map down to 50 things remaining.
Yeah, and you know, like you're kind of saying here, just the retake here can be so brutal because dropping from your plat is just so dangerous, especially when you're looking at a Wiper, at an S-Blast that's just waiting for you to go down there so they can just direct you and you immediately explode. Not to mention you have Sunny on this pen just beaming people, chipping people, making them feel unsafe and backing up. So of course there is a change of leads here. oileroil has 2 of their members going down, so they might be losing the zone here if they do not play their cards exactly like they need to. And I think Sully just has a lot coming at her in this moment. Finally, they do cap this zone, so it's not going to be a clean break to that 0 mark there, but really good lead taken here.
Yeah, as we're going to be seeing for the side of oileroil once again, when they actually did have the penalty and get like the zone not go to them but came back to them again, but went back because Burgr actually kept the zone in a back-to-back scenario. And as we're going to see again more back-to-back scenarios, that we're going to be seeing Burgr actually going to be holding on to somewhat, but that someone was a stall fest for some reason. I think going to see oileroil actually take advantage of that stall fest and take the zone for them themselves. Sunny, aka Sully, is going to be just surviving the zone, taking the right side, helping them support the team, getting a good double for the side of Burgr going down from most likely I think that was Goss. I think we'll be seeing just everyone just staying alive, but again, all eyes on Sunny, getting a double for her. Oh, well, getting a single on Neptune actually, but getting good support.
Yeah, and I think like as much as it felt like I was stretching it, like this really is, when I was talking about just not caring, much like the Sully spirit, like Sunny is almost always on low ground on this pen. Just completely aggressive, being not almost never on snipe really, to just try and get those picks. So you have the Carbon just taking a mile, getting 2 people down here, super instrumental in being able to take this zone back. They're gonna try to get out of there before, I think it's either Goss or Sunny that puts the hurt on them ultimately, but the Booyah comes out, caps over that zone, which they needed to get more penalty there on Burgr's points, but it feels as though Burgr just can't get a good hold in here before oileroil is here to just chip them out and take the zone back.
Billy is just a bunch of side of oileroil. Like, they just have so much, there's so much pressure to hold them on their side and just be able to stay there for the shot from Burgr. They really just are waiting for someone to go in. They have to go in 1v1 every single time. Like we see Nafi trying to go in for a sneak, trying to go in for the zone, but unfortunately, for the side of oileroil actually, they get the zone because everyone else was again distracted and spaced out. But we are going to be seeing for them, for Burgr, they need to just take initiative on this. Getting Goss actually is going to be huge. Caps being the junior player is going to be helpful to get the kill off, but no, they're going to kill onside, and then Cap, actually, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, no, that is huge. I think, what was that, a triple total? Not to mention, you get the pen, so they can't even necessarily get into position or start chipping at you. I think that Goss and Sunny have just been absolute menaces for the most part this game, having Sunny on that low ground, just not afraid to chip people out, and Goss, of course, just holding it so that people do not feel safe dropping. But right there, we're going to see a change of the lead once again right under our nose, and I think Burgr takes home that win because they just barely were able to get their points under that. I feel like Burgr, basically like a thief in the night, just stole that win from oileroil.
Yeah, 100%. oileroil got just beaten by the timer at the end of the game just because they got 50%ed. The rule of for zones is you have to make it stay in stalemate. To actually go into overtime, you have to get it inside the 50, or like to get it more to your side in the stalemate to actually have it go into OT somewhat. But in the end, we did see Burgr actually get the lead by 3 points, and then immediately after that go into stalemate. And then for oileroil, they had only 45 or 35% of the zone capped, which ended the time immediately, and we did see Burgr still at the end of the night. So, for Clampus Umami Ruins though, do you think we're going to be seeing that again? Or are we going to be seeing another 5-minute stall fest until possibly one of them kind of coming back in clutch? Because it's Clamplets, you know?
Yeah, I think that Umami Ruins Clamblitz is really... I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a stalemate, because I feel like ultimately people want to get those picks in mid and then just kind of really move up once they cause the other team to stagger. It's so easy to stagger on an Umami Ruins. And then, of course, there's that dreaded choke up to basket. So once you're able to, let's say, send 2-3 people back into their spawn, it just takes forever to bomb out and cover your choke, and next thing you know, someone's under your basket throwing several power clams in there. So I think it's going to be all up to the aggression, and quite frankly, the way Goss and Sunny have been playing, and of course you have the rest of the roster, Tickle doing really great, and just the strength we've been seeing on oileroil. I think Burgr really has their work cut out for them here, but also not going to be surprised if maybe we see a switch from Prosper onto that edit. I think edit's really strong here, but of course, when you have Sunny on that pen, sometimes you just can't afford to get comp diffed like that.
But as we're going to be going to the game now, we are going to be seeing a change from Zen going to the Slosher. The hat from the side of pottery is the anglerfish mask from the Splatoon event. So
Ugh.
we're going to be seeing the anglerfish coming in from pottery, just basically being the horde of fashion in the side of Sasuke's eyes. But from the side of oileroil on Twitch, we are going to be seeing basically no difference. We are going to be seeing still Gods with the S5s. We're going to be seeing the pencil from Sunny, seeing the junior from God, and Tickle is still going to be playing on the Viper.
Well, Joran, you hate to see it. Prosper will be hearing from me in BC later tonight. But you see Sunny starting off with 2 picks here, just positioning herself in this really strong area. Once again, on that low ground, just willing to chip out anyone. And in the blink of an eye, already, I think that's Goss there. No, that was Tickle, I believe, getting that power clam in. And unfortunately, that is going to cap it off with just an 80. And of course, most of you know, you want to get down to that 60 mark so you're not just giving the opposing team a power clam essentially for free, which they've done. And I think Burgr doing a really good job of capitalizing off of the picks that they got from oileroil's push, because they pretty confidently, at least for now, have mid.
Yeah, but as we're going to see Cap actually getting a bomb slide in on a double bomb slide in. Actually, that's just average GG gameplay for you. Honestly, we are going to be seeing oileroil getting another clam ball and more balls. More little clams coming in as well, making it down to 55 points remaining. But for the side of Burgr, they are still going to have the pretty clam in their hand, but still the regular old clams that they had before, because of Button getting killed off. Just go to the side of oileroil, but unfortunately because the basket actually closed down, that's going to be the end of the push.
Yeah, but you still have Sunny on that that top mid section, making it probably difficult for people to come forward, not to mention that a cooler has been put down. So their teammates can just jump in there, grab that cooler, keep on going. I think you have, I believe, Tickle here, just with that hammer, gonna get that pick. That is going to be huge, because Umami, getting out of your spawn can just be so nasty, especially because they're scoring again down to a 30, and we're only halfway through the game and way more than halfway through the points, down to 12. So right now it really is do or die. 2 of the members of oileroil are going to go down. I think that shuts down the push for now, or at least it should, before those clams go down to a 3. So now Burgr has their backs essentially up against the wall, and they're gonna have to push if they're hoping to get this, because essentially they're looking at a knockout if they're gonna win this game.
Firstly, for the side of Cap, if you're a junior player, you are definitely a vat, and that was some bad gameplay right there. But unfortunately, because of what some vats do, they stutter. That was a little bit of stutter right there. That could have been a KO, but with that opportunity, we see Burgr immediately capitalizing on it, but uncapitalizing on that immediately 2 down on that. But with 2 power climbs going to the basket, that is going to be just another minute 35 chance for Burgr to get another climb in and get another score in. But as you can see the map immediately getting covered with all the pain from oileroil, that's going to be basically enough to KO if they get 2 balls.
Yeah, you know, I was saying that I was a little bit worried for Burgr here, and this is exactly why oileroil is just so aggressive. You see the you see Tickle with the dive there, and gonna go down, and obviously Sunny, again, just a master of this top mid section, chipping everybody down, holding down that space, and this entire map is looking extremely blue. Does get a pick there as well into a double, throws forward that cooler for the rest of the team, and just delivers that clam themselves, and that is going to be game very elegantly at the end there, I think, ending this off in a 3-1. Extremely aggressive gameplay from oileroil, and also a strong showing from Burgr as well.
Burgr having a chance to come back in the second zones game, but unfortunately for the actual other rank modes, the maps were just honestly a face of will not to their favor, because tower control on the toe, Columbus and Umami, Barnacle and Dime for Splatoon's game 1 was like an equalizer at least, but tower control on the toe, which is a little bit of a still snowballing map, and Mami Moon is definitely a snowballer map. Those two, I think for the comp of Burgr, they needed to try to be more aggro than oileroil, but because of the range that oileroil had and just more flexibility to be solo playing, they just had the advantage just because of that. But for Burgr, they tried the best, and that's how they got 1 point in this Masters Mahi game, at least. So they at least gave it a good shot.
No, absolutely. I think that they definitely did really well in most of these games. I think that Undertow Spillway, when we saw that knockout, I was a little bit surprised because it just felt like such a strong push either way the entire game. But definitely a huge GG's to Burgr, who put up a strong fight and also just has some really strong players, even if the fashion choices aren't so strong sometimes. But you know, we can't all be perfect, but definitely congratulations to Burgr for getting so far and playing so well.
Yep. Now you're going to be immediately seeing from that map transition, we're going to be going immediately to the next round in a couple minutes, but because we're already here, we can yap, honestly. We have Yogurt coming in versus oileroil. This is winner bracket finals, aka Great White finals, because this is a single elimination, not double elimination. So for Burgr versus Cyan now, who actually did lose in the semi set, they go fight in the third place match.
Yeah, it's interesting. You don't really see that all that often. Third place match that is going to be, I believe, Burgr, who obviously we just saw for our 4th seed up against our 3rd seed. Really strong seeding job this time around, because we are going to be seeing 1st and 2nd seed in finals and 4th and 3rd seed fighting for that 3rd place match. So things, I guess, essentially going as planned in a way there. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if oileroil, of course, really strong players, are just going to kind of keep the crown that they've been ordained with their seed, or if Yogurt's gonna kind of tip that crown in this best of 5 a little bit there and pull off a little bit of an upset. I'm like, is it really that much of an upset if 2nd seed upsets 1st seed?
Not really. Like, honestly, what we have right here,
who's upset? Like
like literally what we're going to be seeing here is just your usual. Wait, did plus voting come out yet or no?
I don't think I feel I would have heard about it if it did.
Okay, so this is just your usual plus silver fighting. That's really it, because we see again Sunny, Tickle, Cap, and Gauss coming in for the side of the wall, but for Yogurt, Namaka, Sam, Sky, and non-X-Man, aka X-Man, from the team of AK Ping. If y'all remember that team back in the day, aka Anarchy Nova #1, who fought against Auntie, aka Feeflo, aka Hillbook, aka Go. Yes, yes, there is so many.
I wonder how many people are. This is very. Joe Ryan and I are certainly, I would say, close friends. Who mostly hang out in a lot of the same circles, see a lot of the same people, especially when we go to LANs. So I think a lot of these people are very dear to us. And yeah, just wanted to give that anecdote. And also that I don't know that we've ever commentated together.
We never did. We never did. There was an opportunity for it to happen, but then it never came to be. So seeing this for the first time is always the best thing to finally happen out of so long. But yeah, the circles align. That's the main thing that matters. But I'm going to be waiting again for the lobby to set up. What do you know about these players before I can ramble a little bit more about X-Man? Because...
Well... It's interesting that earlier on, I think, what was it? The team sqweeeg that had been knocked on the roster, but of course we did not see Vanoct playing. Also had Candy. I think they tend to play with Namaka, and if I'm not mistaken, Namaka is a Carbon player. So yeah, we might be seeing that coming up. I am correct. I'll give myself a little bit of a pat on the back there. And you were talking about 8K ping, X-Man's repping. Still having the 8K ping right there on the sticker stamper.
Again, if anyone from the OG Splatoon scene, aka the OG Splatoon scene of 2022, knows about some of these players, you all know Sam was a lot back in the day. aka Ping with X-Man being actually one of the OG members as well. But the main thing right now is the game now. All we want to focus on, with Sam actually getting a good solid single with the help of X-Man actually on the single example, like he said, but getting a kill off of DOS, actually, I think I'll be fine capitalizing in the zone.
Yeah, honestly, it just feels as though Yogurt is just going at breakneck speed. Of course, oileroil was able to get down to a 66. Not too shabby, but honestly, I think they have their work cut out for them on this retake. Of course, Sam getting into that ball defensively to just try and fend them off. And we have a lead switch here as well. Lots of specials coming out. That is going to be the Booyah taking down that hammer as well. But I think Yogurt, now that they have lost the zone, has a lot that they have to contend with. Sunny here, ready to just chip everybody out, just putting down that paint for their team, monitoring these jump-ins as well. So honestly, oileroil just kind of feels like a wall, especially when you have such an aggressive backline. It's hard for me to even wonder how they're going to get in. I'm assuming they're just going to have to get their specials together and see what they can get, especially, you see, 2 of them are down already. Make that 3 with a well-placed bomb here from Cap. Oh, it is just not looking great.
Again, average junior gameplay right there with Cap knowing how to do bomb breaks. That's every junior player would know. Sam actually getting shut off again by Cap as well. Just staying menacingly on the 10th right there. But again, Sunny being the aggressive backline player, as you said before, but no one on the side of Yogurt just in any viewing capacity because they had no paint. We see oileroil immediately coming in with the bag, coming in with the zone, getting Hackfish Market first and foremost.
Talk about a wall. Honestly, I was thinking, how are they going to get themselves back in here? And the answer is they can't. Sometimes a wall is just a wall, and you can't just fight through a brick wall sometimes. I think that Yogurt, this is a really important sort of start out to the set, because it shows just that you can't give oileroil even an inch, because we saw them start with that aggression, and I think as soon as they went down and they started to stagger, that was just kind of it. So you have to keep your foot on the gas if you hope to knock the first seeds off of their perch. And we're headed into tower control, Barnacle and Dime. Certainly not the most common map mode, I'd argue.
So here's the funny thing. The overlay has a swap. So, tower control, Barnacle, and Time. Honestly, again, doing a little bit of jokes to our little fan group. This is a JJ map pick. If we will not be seeing this, because we're going to be seeing Clamplets, Barnacle, and Time, and ship cargo is going to be on tower control instead. We're having a little bit of issues.
A switcheroo.
So yeah, it will be a switcheroo.
Makes a lot more sense, and I'm sure that both of these teams breathing a sigh of relief if any of them had the stream open, because I know if I see Tower, Barnacle, and Dime, I am not a happy camper. So the fact that it is going to be certainly a more common map mode in Clams, Barnacle and Dime, with the power of movie magic, it has been changed to its proper map mode. Definitely, at the very least, less worries about lockouts. Lockouts not super common in a Clan Blitz, unless, of course, you're maybe on an umami. So it's definitely going to be a game of picks, and Yogurt can't afford to let oileroil get ahead here.
Honestly, with the side of Yogurt, as going to be starting the game of Clan Blitz again, with Clan Blitz being a more stalemate until we see someone actually get a the mid. What Yogurt do you think they're flavored? Like, honestly.
It's gotta be mango. We're seeing the orange here, so I feel like it's the yogurt with like the mango chunks in it. And I think like delicious and sweet like a mango, they have that barrier open, taking up all that space in the court, getting in the clams, going past that proverbial 16-point mark, and sending out that Zuka, putting a lot of pressure. That's going to be absolutely huge to get past half of their points already so early in the game.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be talking about a little bit of sweet mango right there with the yogurt flavor. Most likely going to be mango. They're going to be having a little bit of possibly mango pearls on this side, with the clams actually looking like pearls as well. So possibly it might be a bubble tea if you think about it. But for all the world on Twitch, we're going to be seeing cat right here. They will definitely be for sure. Honestly, a seafood bubble tea would be kind of exotic and insane, but not as insane as all the world getting a triple people down and getting a wipe out there. That is going to be more score for all the world right there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked if they're just able to hoard enough clams to go in there. I think Sunny goes back for more clams, just tries to put that pressure, definitely staggering out those points. Just tried to hold it, I think, hoping for the person with that power clam to come in. Not going to happen, but they do steal the lead. That's going to be huge. But I think that's Goss sending out that Booyah. Gonna get 2 before going down to Namaka, and the crab coming out from Sam. So there's just so much pressure coming out from Yogurt. They are sending out all of their specials, and unfortunately maybe gonna be for naught, because I think oileroil right now has control of that plat, of that mid, and really, all they really have to do is just deny that space, I think.
Honestly, you're correct, but at the same time, too, for the side of the wall, you saw that they have bombs to the play. We see that God has the burst bomb, we see that Yogurt has burst bombs as well, too. Actually, double burst bomb. But for all the world, like, that single burst bomb play that we saw from Goss earlier that you thought was Booyah bomb actually was a burst bomb kill from long range and 2 Booyah bomb kill back to back. So, surprisingly, if you know how to angle bombs correctly, like Cap does on a junior play, they will be able to do well, but with Yoga getting the first score and with no bombs in sight for them, we are going to be seeing Yoga actually take the lead.
Yeah, and I think that Yogurt has really good positioning here. One of their members goes down. I think I saw a jump out there at one point, and you see in the blink of an eye, they've made it all the way down to a 13. You have Cap just trying to clean up, as I often call it, just cleaning the rats out of your basement. They're skittering around and they're running everywhere, but they do finish off that run with a 4. I'm sure Yogurt wishing that they were able to just close it out, but now the name of the game is defense, and I think that we've seen them struggle in that last game, kind of with defense. That's how oileroil was able to take it back and ultimately take the game. So despite the fact that there's a 40-point difference, they do have their work cut out for them, because look, in just a blink of an eye, I couldn't even finish the sentence. It's done.
In the blink of the eye, your quote of the rats in the basement, or the squirrels in your attic in my case, has came true. What we saw in that moment was Cap able to get a clam ball in and able to one straight all the way to the basket when they had a bubble ready. And when that bubble came into play, they got a kill immediately off the bat, and then a jump from the ball at the start came in, and then they had all the clams to the favor. The economy that you were talking about for the last round finally came to the favor of oileroil on Twitch, and they are able to KO off the spot. And now we're going to be seeing game 3 on our shopping. Oh God, we're going to the mall now.
We're leaving the mall. We're going to the supermarket. This is very much so when I'm just in the mall. I'm maybe going to Bath and Body Works, picking up some candles, and I get a call from my mom, pick up some cat food at the grocery. And I go, and I gotta go to Mako Mart.
You know, like on those malls, like there's a there's a main mall, and then there's like the big grocery store that they connect to it.
Exactly.
It's literally just that.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm thinking in my mind, you know, I live in New York City, and there's literally something like that in Brooklyn. I'm getting my candles, and then I get the call, and then she says, actually, not just cat food. Can you pick up some meat and some bananas? And I'm like, all right, like I'm in Barnacle and Dime, and I got to make my way off to Mako Mart, pick up stuff for my mom. And that's exactly what's happening to our players here, I suppose.
we went from the main
all the
center.
shopping.
Or to
Market.
Walmart. To Target. Yes, all the shopping. Wait a second. Wait, what the heck?
Yeah.
I'm a fish market to Bronco in time to make a market.
Oh, I'm so mad. My mom should have I should have just got the bananas at Hagglefish. But we're already here. We already took the bus and we're in Mako Mart and we go, should have got them at Hagglefish. I'm already here. I gotta go shopping. Both of these teams rushing into that mid and taking a look at these comps. No difference here, but I think that's going to be an early pick there on Goss, as both of these teams just wrestle each other for mid and these picks.
Yep, they're going to go for the Black Fighter deals right now. As they're going to be seeing X-Men on the singles, and we're getting a single right there. Also getting a double on Sunny, but that's actually going to be 3 down on side of Oileroil, but the single live tickle going to be going in with the hammer, going for Namaka, but not going for Namaka, actually not going even for a kill at all with the hammer. Actually going to be singled out, actually going to be seeing the Yogurt actually getting his own first.
Listen, Joe Ryan, have you ever seen people fight for Stanley Cups? I've seen more brutal things in a market, so...
Oh my god, like that.
Once again, listen, Cap with these bombs. This is not the first time, of course, we're seeing Cap just get a nasty pick with that bombs. Of course, Cap gonna go down there, but you have Sunny taking that stack, going up there, throwing up the ever annoying sprinkler there on the ceiling that you just can't shoot down. So that's gonna keep going on. And Sam gonna drop with this crab, not what you want to see, but ultimately, interesting that we didn't have any changes here, because I think some of these teams could have afforded to have a little bit, maybe more AoE, considering the fact that we are on Mako Mart, but their scores are really close, so perhaps not doing that bad of a job, but with Namaka watching this drop here, might make it very difficult for Oileroil to get back in.
At the same time too, when you say about Namaka getting a single on the Trizuka, honestly, they got buffed for a double. Because of the wall again. That just unfortunate angles with the Trizuka, but as you're going to be seeing that as well, that's going to be Namaka going down. With the pencil going down inside of the Yogurt, that's going to be also Tickle going down inside of the wall. You're seeing Josh right now on the main camp almost getting double killed by Namaka and Sam together. But that's going to be the zone going to inside of the world.
Yeah, we got hit by that Namaka jump scare. You were just minding your own business and suddenly a carbon just explodes you and you don't even necessarily see them coming. Namaka also gonna jump out there, gonna get picked off, I think, by that Viper into a trade. The clock keeps ticking despite the fact that there are 2 members down on Oileroil. Sunny still holding it down there on that stack. Gonna get Zuka here by Namaka. Gonna instead, I think, give up on that pen to see if they can get rid of the person that is in, so the rat in their basement, I suppose, there. But ultimately, I think that probably culminates in a jump out, and Namaka once again just camping the drop of Oileroil.
Yeah, honestly, for the side of Namaka, they are the bats in Oileroil's basement, but when they try to shoot the bats, unfortunately, with the Trizuka, it's not like good, because as we saw it, again, trying to go for the sneaky play, they didn't get the shot there, but at the same time too, they were almost getting they were so close to get killing Burgr, but they got 16. So as you're gonna be seeing by now, with Oileroil getting the almost getting 7 for being forced to use the crab, almost getting bombed. They did get bombed from Cap. Jesus Christ. Namaka again trying to help with pain in the zone, with the rest of the players on Oileroil and Yogurt just trying to best to do anything with sneaking and killing.
Yeah, Namaka with a really strong jump out there, I think was in a lot of trouble and still survived it. Gonna get that pick at the end there, trying to go for a double. Not quite sealing the deal, but with some help from their teammates, they do get that pick, and so far they are finally working on their penalty. Sam, once again, in that crab, honestly has just been having a really tough time, especially as it pertains, I feel, to Cap's bombs. Like, anytime Sam has a crab, there is a bomb, like, with their name on it, and Namaka, once again, just closing it out with these picks, but Yogurt really gonna have to improve their hold game, because you see time is ticking, and they're just contesting the zone here.
Yeah, they contested the zone and he actually capped the zone good this time. Namika actually getting a good double. The reason why Sam's Crab actually wasn't doing really well was all because of those ledges. Every time the crab tried to exist, always those going to try to do something. But Namika actually getting good revenge for Sam with those stuff, getting a good triple on stream as well, taking the Brew for that reason. Yogurt getting another point, getting the first point in the set.
Yeah, and their backs were against the wall, and they really stood up and defended their place in this set. If they had gone down here, that would have been game and tourney. So they really stopped oileroil from just running away from it with a 3-0, sealing the deal there. I think I just finished saying that their holds weren't strong, and I feel like they really locked in. Namika in particular was working overtime, got the picks, and I think when that hammer came out, Namika being able to just explode that hammer was huge and really handed them the win. A strong showing from the entire team, but I think if I'm gonna have to give out a player of the game, definitely gonna be Namika.
Definitely, because they survived the quick time event multiple times, but they failed the.
Well, they are the jump scare.
They are the pretty fast bit jump scare, but they're not the aim player that everyone thinks about. It's like Foxy trying to jump scare you in the new FNAF movie that's coming out December 12th, I think. Yeah.
We're already at the plugs.
We're already at the plugs, yes, totally. As we're gonna be going all the way to the oil ring, we're going to ship cargo.
Oh gosh, tower ship-shape cargo. I think one of the most snowbally map modes, perhaps that are tournament legal, anyways, in the entire game. If you give a team an inch, they can easily take a mile, especially if they get to that dreaded third checkpoint. It is just so rare for someone to hit that third checkpoint and not just GG blow it straight out of the water. So as you can see, once again, no changes. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Sam has changed off of that V-Splash, instead changing to having those triple ink strikes. I think they're going for... Wait, am I wrong?
No, you're
No,
right.
I'm right.
That's a change. That's a change.
They have two GG specials here in the fact that they have those strikes and they also have the Booyah on the sticker stampers. So I think that in that way, oileroil has their work cut out for them because they have a lot of ways to keep them off that tower.
They do, but again, the cap bombs is going to be the main situation. But Namika actually getting a good solid shot right there on the Duka. Finally, actually helping with their favor right now. Actually getting a kill, but VC Yoga merely getting 3 down. Oh, that was Sky almost falling off the map right there. That would have been really unfortunate for them because the respawn actually would have been a little bit quicker. But as we're going to be seeing Goss and Millie going in on the left side, getting a kill off Sam, off with not having strikes in play, but Bria coming in play, but actually getting killed off Millie as well. That's going to be the first checkpoint for the side of Olo.
Yeah, and you see Goss here, not just Goss, but everyone seemingly tickle with that Booyah. Everyone is just in a super aggressive position for oileroil, and if you cannot displace them, you are putting yourself in a really precarious situation because, like, if they can just hold that space, gun you down, then the tower's just gonna keep marching forward, and there's not much you can do about it. You see that they are already making it to perhaps the toughest place to break through, but I'll argue, Joe Ryan, if you're able to break through that checkpoint and survive everyone contesting it, you basically haven't made it in the shade. That's low-key GG's, and I think that's why Yogurt were able to contest it, put down the hurt, get them off the tower, and now they are making their bid for the third checkpoint, I suppose themselves. They've got a long way to go, but if they get there, we might be at a tied game. I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but we'll see.
Saucy, we don't want to come to curse right now. It's a little bit too early.
True.
I really see that.
Already
there we go.
Already cursed?
Yeah. I'm going to see the commentator curse immediately coming into play. Gauze again, but we are not going to be playing it off immediately off rip this time because we don't see X-Men actually going right there until now, and Gauze still not picking it up. That's a little bit of a shock because Namika is going to be jumping up. Gauze still holding on to the rear bump because now we're seeing that Tickle actually change from Stamper to his Tickler Stamper actually, because that's going to be a battle against X-Men actually too. That's played up with the bubble going off to Cap as well. That's going to be Cap killing off X-Men to kill off Namika. The tower comes back.
Actually, I think rather than Stamper, I think there was a Wiper that we were
Yeah.
seeing. The Wiper has been switched over to that sticker Stamper. Everyone, of course, wants that GG. Both of these teams have the 2 GGs ready. So if one person goes down, they're like, hey, we can still put an end to this game. But so far, Yogurt has the tower. Namaka just working overtime once again to see what picks they can get. More importantly, I think to take space, because when you deny people being able to stand in the places that are best to contest the tower, you are in a really great position. And
what?
Namaka gonna go down very unfortunately in that Zuka into a wipeout. So a minute 20 left essentially, and oileroil once again has their hands on the tower.
The crazy thing is, when that Zuko got a single kill, I think someone got a bomb kill to make it a double. So that's how
Someone,
we saw Chip on
I'm gonna
screen.
assume it's Cap.
100%, most likely it's Cap, because we did see in that little perk, in that little area, that basically the ramp area, a bomb can actually get a single kill on, or even a sucky bomb can get a single kill on as well. That it definitely helps with the side of overall to keep the defense. But I'm going to be seeing with Joker again coming in, trying to defend in the middle of the zone, but everyone overall I think in the middle already. 45 seconds left, so we have to see Joker just somehow get a triple on the side of themselves.
Yeah, a lot has to be done in order for them to do that, because even if they are able to just like get, let's say, a wipeout right now, they still have the hardest checkpoint ahead of them, where they can just be contested. And you see they do get, I think, what is essentially kind of a delayed wipe there on oileroil. So they take the tower. They're trying to take this space here. I think X-Man a little bit in that court area alone, unfortunately, has that booyah bomb ready, going to booyah that bubble, but 3 of their members go down. Sam is there alone, and that is going to be GG's for the entire set. oileroil on Twitch, ending SOS as our champions here on Ship-Shape Tower.
With a 72 to 62 point difference, basically 10 off. It was close, but yeah, GG to oileroil on Twitch, making it all the way to the win. But Yogurt having a good attempt, but not. But it was too close. What was it called again? It's like something about cigar. I
Close
forgot.
but no cigar.
That one, yes, exactly. It was close but no cigar. They went to the shopping mall, and then they went basically to the the shipping center, and then unfortunately it didn't close it off at the shipping center. So I guess the yogurt deal didn't go to the favor. Unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I think things just fall into place as they were foretold by the seeding, at least for the top 2. If you're wondering what's happening with that 3rd place match, it's 1-1 right now. So they are still fighting for that bronze medal, but that is going to be a congratulations for oileroil on Twitch for winning SOS 207 as our champions. But before we go, let's get our plugs in there. Jordan, you have anything to plug? Joe Ryan, my apologies. I've been saying the wrong name for years, so
Don't worry, Sasu. It is, yeah, it's on the bottom of the screen. That's my Twitter. But honestly, I don't use Twitter. Usually at the same time too, I don't use. Just follow me on Dapple. Just follow Dapple Productions. You'll see me there every Wednesday streaming. But what about you, Sasu?
absolutely can confirm. My socials are all at Sasu in your pants. SASUIN, the letters UR pants. I'm basically on all social media. I do have a Twitter, but I don't really use it all that much anymore. And last 2 things real quick I'm going to plug. Make sure that you support your local lands. As for me, I will be attending Big Dapple in New York City on December 4th. So if you are in the tri-state area or in driving distance or anything like that, be sure to come out. And then also Don't Flounder at the Function is a North Carolina land. I will be there as well. So if you're able to attend any of those lands, you'll see me there.
Also, one more thing. Shout out to the streamer Hershey, by the way. thank you for winning the stream tonight. And also, thank you to the staff for winning this tournament. And honestly, again, thank you, Saucy, for being here to commentate. And also, Dark, feel better soon.
Yeah, Dark was supposed to be here with me, not feeling well. Feel better, Dark, in the chat for sure. But yes, thank you to the IPL staff, and another congratulations to oileroil on Twitch.